Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's Pam Esquire, also known as Your Law Intellect. You guys come on in, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I know you guys have been waiting on this update because we know that Glory of God had a hearing on today. And let's get to the Glory of God. This is the sanctuary. So we know that Glory of God had a hearing on today. And yeah, your girl was tired. I went to sleep. I was like, I wasn't even gonna give y'all an update today. I'm gonna be honest. But then I said I could not do you guys like this because I know you guys are waiting. But if they would have went there and cut them locks, I would have been on there half sleep, partially sleep, probably in my dreams to tell you guys. So obviously that was not the case on today, unfortunately. So, from my understanding and talking to some people that did, attend the hearing, originally, if you guys don't know, Glory of God, there was already a trial that was set for March 30th. So, what the judge essentially did was in the Glory of God case, she she reopened for the trial to be on the 30th. So there's going to be a whole hearing. She gave a bunch of dates when different things are due, witness list, discovery, motions in limine. We talked about all that stuff before. So if you guys are new here, please go check out the other videos. We have been following a case where Glory of God has been trying to get their church back. Apparently, well, according to the documents that we have, there are a few orders which the judge said that they were supposed to be in their facility and that they were illegally locked out by Bishop Lamar Whitehead. So, or I'll just say Lamar Whitehead at this point. But anyway, some of the other details that occurred apparently, yesterday we looked at documents that Whitehead filed, which were trust agreements or trust documents that he claims gave the authority for him to be the trustee. And according to what I've learned, the judge did bring up those documents and was like, why do two of them have the same date or whatnot? So she had some questions regarding those documents. And she didn't want to go into anything extensive on those documents because this was just a conference where they were doing dates. Although originally it was supposed to be a hearing because Whitehead's attorney filed an emergency motion in order to set aside the dismissal that was entered in on behalf of Glory of God. So that's what today's hearing was supposed to be about. Apparently when the judge got on, it's like there's a lot of issues that need to take place. Plus, as you guys know, Whitehead filed a whole nother petition, so there's a whole nother case number. And so she's going to address all of this on the 30th. So what I can say about those documents is Moses' attorney said he wasn't getting into it, but he's pretty sure that he has the authentic document. So I'm going to look and see if there's any other questions you guys have on that, but we have more information on the Connecticut building we haven't talked about in a while. So apparently he does still own those buildings. So there hasn't been a change in title in the Connecticut case. I know, guys. They are trying to confuse the court. I mean, so no more delay. And I believe based on my conversations that, yeah, it sounds like it won't be any more delays past the 30th because now you're going to have an actual trial. So there's going to be witnesses. People are going to have to come forward with some for real information. People are going to be able to testify. And then the judge can make her decision. She made it quite clear, from my understanding, she wasn't trying to get into anything substantive in that conference today. So again, it was dual. It was supposed to be the motion, an emergency motion to set aside the dismissal, but she didn't want to hear that. So apparently, when the 30th come, all of that's going to be addressed. So we'll have the motion to set aside the dismissal. We'll have Gloria God's petition to dismiss the case in the second case. And then I guess Moses's attorney is going to file a dismissal for the second case too, because they're standing by their trust documents. So it's gonna get real messy, I guess, on the 30th, where we're gonna all know the truth about this building, this trust, and everything. So yes, Tasha, hopefully they're back by Easter. Yeah, I hope so as well. So if we can bank on the 30th, we're gonna all pray and do what we gotta do. We might have to turn our plates over because some things don't come out but by fasting. Because it's ridiculous. I feel bad for them. And then what is also crazy to me is, let me see. I was looking at, because I have a whole bunch of videos or whatnot, but I was looking at a video of, you guys recall that Whitehead, that on the 21st, I showed you guys an order of the court where Glory of God received their order that they can get the property back from Whitehead after he changed the locks with the NYPD and all of that. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, please go to the other videos. Because see, the people that have been here since day one, they probably tired of me repeating this story. But on the 29th, according to one of the members who sent me some pictures and everything, he actually changed the sign of the building. If you guys see how there was a sign across there that said Gloria God, she took a video, or he took the video showing where he removed the sign on the 29th. Like, how bold is that? So remember, from the pictures that I showed you, you see that there was a sign across. Let me put the pictures back up. See how there's the sign across there? Well, apparently on the 29th. Now, this is after the order is already entered on December 21st. This person said on the 29th, he removed the name of this church off of the building. I was like, it's just the audacity for me. Then they sent pictures of the dumpster, like that he had ordered dumpsters to throw things out as well. So I had those as well. But I just thought it was interesting because you guys know that he also has a property in Connecticut that is in foreclosure. And we started talking about that case as well. And it kind of was at a standstill, it appeared, because there was some motions for default filed, and then he filed motions, and it was going back and forth. So people were asking me like, hey, Pam, does he still own the building? I'm like, I don't know. They put the default in. I don't have any information that there was a change in, title. So maybe not. So today or yesterday, I keep getting my days confused. I need some rest. So in the last few days, there were some documents that were filed in the Connecticut case. So instead of dealing with that building over there that apparently had a whole lot of issues that needed to be repaired, you taking letters off of the church that the court had already given you an eviction document or an eviction order. So this is the document that was filed where essentially there's going to be an emergency hearing coming up on the 28th. And the reason why the mortgage company requested the hearing is because they said that plaintiff requests the court to reschedule to a date as soon as practicable due to the current distressed status of the subject property as outlined in Exhibit A, B, and C of the contemporaneous affidavit. Defendants have failed to provide access to Hartford's Department of Development Service and Housing Code Enforcement, placing tenants in substantial danger. So while you over there getting dumpsters, Apparently, this building is just there. So we're going to go over the affidavit from the lawyer on this case, on what he said was going on. So an affidavit was filed by Adam Swanson, and he said, I am an associate attorney with McCarter and English LLP, counsel for plaintiff FM Home Loans in the above captioned matter. As such, I am fully familiar with the facts and circumstances set forth below based on my personal knowledge. On or about January 17, 2023, Rudith Rothschild, the director of blight remediation and housing code enforcement for the city of Hartford, contacted plaintiff's counsel to inquire when the court would appoint a receiver in this action in an effort to resolve code violations at the subject property, commonly known as 150 to 180 Earl Street, Hartford. So then they attached the email. On March 3rd, Ms. Rothschild sent an email outlining the failures of the defendants, Whitehead Estates LLC and Lamore Whitehead, to comply with the city of Hartford's municipal codes and continuing violations at the property. A true and accurate copy of the statement provided by Judith Rothschild is attached here too as Exhibit B. Also on March 3rd, Ms. Rothschild forwarded an email chain between herself and defendant Lamore Whitehead dated August 2022 to February 2023, wherein Mr. Whitehead failed to cooperate with or provide access to Hartford's Division of Blight Remediation and Housing Code Enforcement and Division of Building and Trades. A true and accurate copy of the email chain provided by Ms. Rothschild is attached here too as Exhibit C. So yeah, I just worrying about this church and this building that you do got the ability to get access to. So these are like different emails that are attached where they are trying to, I guess, get in contact so that they can get into this building. So here's Exhibit B. To whom it may concern, the City of Hartford Department of Development Services, Housing Code Enforcement, and Building and Trades Division have been seeking access since January of 2023 from the owner of 150 to 180 Earl Street, Hartford, for purposes of conducting a full inspection of all residential units and common areas and of the building. I communicated directly with Whitehead Estates LLC Principal Lamar Whitehead on January 24th. February 1st, let me go back here. February 1st and February 3rd, and had further communication by telephone call in early February 2023 requesting access for the building and housing inspector of this department. Mr. Whitehead responded insisting that he be present for these inspections, and yet each time indicating that he was unavailable. A brief history on this from our Building and Trades Division is that the contractor doing the work on the rear egress stairs, ordered replaced by the Building and Trades Division and Fire Marshal, was working under a permit for another contractor. The new contractor was required to get new permits for his work, which he did, but has not called for any inspection since. Also, the electrical contractor who was there for a walkthrough last year and was going to add the required emergency and exit lighting in the common area has canceled his permit. The electrical permit was issued on November 4th, 2022, and then canceled on the November 16th, 2022. No inspections were requested or performed on the electrical permits. There are open building and trades violations for the rear egress stairs and water heating piping. The city's rental licensing program requires that all residential buildings containing 10 or more units must apply by July 1st, 2022 and obtain a license before rental of any unit. Licensing includes full unit and common area inspections by the Housing Code Enforcement Division as well as the Office of the Fire Marshal. Each building contains 12 units. However, no application has been filed for the program by owner despite notification of the requirement and request for access for these needed inspections. I attach here to an email chain which sets forth communications between myself and Mr. Whitehead of late, and a similar sequence of events which took place on August of 2022. Good afternoon, Mr. Whitehead. Thank you for your call a few minutes ago. I understand you are unavailable next week for inspections, but will call me on Tuesday to set up an exact date for full unit and common area inspections for which you want to be present. You also stated that the rear stairs were approved by the fire marshal who had emailed you permission to remove the boards from the back exits of these buildings. Please forward that email to this email group ASAP. However, as I mentioned, the building department has not approved the rear stairs at this time. The permits on the property for work done on the stairs and with electrical are not active. You should contact the building official, has his name, who was on copy along with Inspector Brown of his office. You asked for information on the rental licensing program, which I reminded you applied for to this property. Here is the link to the application and other information you'll need. Your application for all four buildings are overdue. You must submit these promptly. Also copied is the rental license program supervisor for assistance with your application. I will wait until Tuesday to schedule this inspection with you by cooperative effort, which must take place no later than February 14th to 17th. If we cannot make that agreement, we will be proceeding on the application to gain court approval access. February 1st, 2023. I did not hear from you on Thursday or Friday last week to discuss dates for access, as you requested in your previous email below. As previously stated, the City of Hartford requires access to the apartments to conduct inspections of all units and common areas by the city's housing code, fire marshal, and building departments. Your cooperation is requested to set that up by responding to this email with your available dates and times. This is my last request. Please be advised that if you do not provide access for these inspections to be conducted by close of business on February 7th, 2023, the city will seek a court order for access to conduct the inspection. So, what exactly were you doing on the 7th, sir? Were those like the dates with glory of God? Is that what was happening on that date? So you were unavailable to, meet them for these good inspections? I just got questions. That's all. I just have questions. So yes, everyone that was asking about the building in Connecticut, he still apparently owes, and they're trying to get a receiver to come in, and basically a receiver who he would have to pay for them too. But the receiver comes in and collects rent. Was the original motion that was requested by the mortgage company to come in so that they can collect the monies and do all of the repairs. So apparently there's some issues with some stairs and some electrical like it's apparently some issues going on in that building, and that hasn't been addressed even after emails and requests to enter into the building. So Maria said, yeah. He back live again. Oh my gosh, Jesus. You said, yo, I can't take him serious. He got a doctorate and can spell Foster or accept. Yeah, what do he say? Froster Avenue. Cupcake said, turn off the water, lights, and timers, cable, Roku, Fire Stick. Get the holy oil because he just gonna use that on take the Crisco. What was he on IG lying about? What did he say? Y'all tell me in the comments because I can't today. I can't listen to him out loud on today. He's still on. Oh Lord Jesus. Let me see. I feel like every time I go live, he goes live. For the nonsense. I'll be on one of watch how he got too much music. I can't oh gosh, Lord. I can't believe some of this stuff. And you know what? Going back to Gloria God with this whole bankruptcy thing, in my opinion, I don't do bankruptcy at all. But this definitely made me not want to really do it. Cause I'm like, how does this even happen like this? It just made me question the process. And, my understanding was that he actually talked as well. Oh, so he said, so I will be going live at 9:15 tonight to talk about my first interview that I have accepted. I will be on Wake Up with Angela Yee tomorrow morning. Tune in to Power 1051. It's very frustrating. That's exactly what it is. Yep, he's over there grinning like he hit the lottery saying I see him, he fake though. Like all of that, you bothered. I could tell in your face. You're bothered. You're bothered. But anyway, I'm frustrated just like you guys. I'm disappointed. Just like you guys, we would hope that we would have had a different conversation or a different outcome. But I guess we just have to trust the legal process. Um Clearly Moses is about to fight what he gonna fight, that this ain't the way it's being purported to be according to my what I've heard. So we'll just see in a couple of weeks. Until then, we're just gonna trust that justice is going to be served in this situation. But it really did just trip me out when I saw that you get an order on December 21st, and by December 29th, you changing the letters off the building. I just can't even wrap my mind around half of this stuff. I can't wrap my, especially since it's in the courts. And I just haven't experienced that where I am. I just haven't experienced this at all. So how you guys are looking at it, I'm looking at it the same way, and I'm looking at it with a little bit more disgust because I'm actually, an officer of the court. Uncle Von said he begged for that interview. Somebody said you're a poor excuse of a man and a fake preacher with no oil at all, sir. So yeah. So anyway, y'all, I wasn't planning on coming on. I just wasn't gonna leave you guys hanging like that, so you guys can know what occurred at this hearing. So LaFrance said, is it possible the feds are watching to see if they can add more there? And I'm sure they're watching. Absolutely. Why not? Dr. Mary McWilliams said he thinks he's above the law. It's very, very, very frustrating. But again, we're going to stay on it. Yes, he is excited to take his infamous self into the interview with Andrew. All attention isn't good attention. Some people really believe that all publicity is good publicity. That's how they feel. Thank you so much, Pebbles. Pebbles for the super chat. I think I missed it. I see it at the top. Let me go down here. Thank you. She said for exposing one of the founding members of Scam Scam. Lord have mercy. Oh my gosh. We're going to hope that justice is served. I want you guys to please hit this like, and I want you to subscribe if you have not subscribed. He's just over here praising and worshiping. That's it. He not really saying that. So I can't. It's the irritation for me at this point. It's the irritation. You said how he accept the interview on hip hop station, but not ask for a sit down with the Post or the New Yorker publishing. Well, apparently he probably must think that they're going to be a little bit more open than other people, I would assume. So yeah, but anyway, y'all, thank you so much for chit chatting with me. And like I said, it was brief, and I was just wanted to give you guys an update. I didn't forget about you guys. So again, welcome all new subscribers. Please hit that like button, and yeah, we'll be back on it. And of course, on the 30th, we're gonna thoroughly go over that hearing. We'll probably, well, I don't want to say that yet, but yeah. We'll be on. Sorry, y'all, hit the wrong button. Thank y'all. That's how I know it's time for me to go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hit that like, hit that share. I love each and every one of you guys, and I will holla at you next time.